Can you combine false eyelashes with eyeliner and make the whole process just come together in one easy application? Well, I've been sent this from Ardell. Aren't I lucky? Faux mink mega hold eyelashes with a magnetic liner that you paint onto your eyes and then you pop the lashes on. Should we see if it works? But we do know there is one rule of false lash application, and it's they need a trim. There is no way, I'd be very surprised in my 20 years of applying false lashes, that this whole lash is going to be the right shape for your eye. You need to trim. So my lashes are off the packet and I have very teeny scissors. I'm hoping this focuses on really well. These lashes, if I bring them up to my eye, are much too big. And I'm not talking much too big in the actual, can you see that enough? Much too big in the length. I mean, they probably are for me, but that bit's personal to you, whatever you prefer. It's the fact that they're too long from my inner eye to my outer eye. Can you see that? It's just too long in the inner eye where it just ends up looking really false. I prefer my eyelashes to start from the middle of my pupil and just wing their way outwards. So let me show you how you do that. With each eyelash, you take away the longest end, and the longest end will always be, let me see if you can see that, the outer corner. So this outer corner there. I'll hold that better. Can you see at this end it's smaller and one end's longer? Cut off that longest bit. You will never regret taking off the longest part because it'll be so much easier to blend, but you would regret cutting off the shorter part because you'll be left with this like one long sticky out piece. Does any of that make sense? It's so hard when you're trying to show things on yourself. So anyway, I'm going to cut off about, I'd say a good third off the end, just roughly. Now, if I start to reposition that on my eye for you to see, if I come up nice and close, can you see if I just start that from the almost at the pupil of my eye? Now it's really hard to position it because my eyelashes are permed and they're not wanting to balance, but can you see how it would just wing out so much better than it would if it was going right into the inner eye? So the key now, once you've done both those, let me just lop off the end of the other one as well. I can kind of hold them against each other a little bit to get a rough measurement. I am going to pop on mascara because mascara should always go on before your eyelashes. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes. Let's get that on. Hoping you can see clearly enough. When it's as bright as it is today, I'm in London. Whew. It's one, extremely, extremely hot, but two, it's so bright that I'm finding it really hard to see my monitor. My mascara is on, so let's try the magnetic liner. So apparently I put this liner on my eyes and then I can just neatly attach my lashes over there. So let's give the liner a go. Now I feel like I'm going to want to use my own liner brush instead of the brush that comes in the pot. But let's see how well it goes. I'm going to look into a mirror over here. I hope you can still see me. I'm going to pull up at the side slightly and I'm going to rest on my face. Now, I would normally do the liner before my mascara. I didn't, just because I was worried that for some reason would it dry too much? Should it be wet? Maybe it just doesn't matter if it's completely dry by the time you stick them on. It's quite thick in terms of consistency, so you do need a steady hand. It's not going to flow really, really easily, but it's very dark. Oh my god, definitely do not do this with your mascara still on. Okay, the liner is on. Liner is on. The lashes are trimmed. Can you see? Let's go for the moment of truth. I'll start with this eye first because it's easier for you to see in the camera probably. Let's bring you in close. If this works, I mean, they're long. I wouldn't normally wear them this long. I'd probably trim them a little bit more, but I do like the fact that I've stuck. Are they stuck on? Let's try the other one. Let's see what happens. Look in the mirror again. I'm going to try and do it so you can see it and I can see what I'm doing. I mean, yeah, they're absolutely huge. I don't know what number set this is, but it's way too big for me. It worked. They've stuck to the liner. 2 in 1, lashes and liner. Thanks, Odell. Who knew?